Hey, what's up, you guys? It's IAmTheLionRider, and today was the day! As expected, we finally got the official confirmation that the Africa pack is real and that it is coming to Planet Zoo next week. So, I guess we can just get started. So we got the teaser trailer today, and it only revealed one of the 4 animals, or 5 animals that we will be getting, and that is this guy, the meerkat. So the meerkats do appear to burrow to some extent. We're not entirely sure how the burrowing system works, but we can kind of quickly analyze the trailer a little bit. So it doesn't appear like the pack focuses on any area outside of North Africa. So from what we have seen, there are definitely new props. Obviously, we have this Middle Eastern, Moroccan / Egyptian theme going on for the pack. Though, it's only 180 props, so that's not as much as some people have been wanting, but it's also not terrible, of course. And the props that we do have are kind of nice. I really do like this new type of wall set. I do like the new fence types and stuff. The new, these Egyptian meerkat statues are pretty cool. I do like them a lot. And the meerkat, you know, as our only animal, looks great. Like, it actually looks really, really nice. And this little, like, burrow thing is going to be a thing that I want to talk about in a little bit. But we're going to just hop over to the official announcement thing that was posted by our new community manager, Francesca. And so here it is. So here's the official announcement trailer, or post for the pack. So, yeah, here we go. So are you ready to hear which animals you're going to meet? I wonder what they could be. We got the meerkat, the fennec fox, the African penguin, the southern white rhino, and frankly, the only one that was a real surprise, the sacred scarab beetle. So immediately you're like, what's the sacred scarab beetle? It's a dung beetle. That's kind of the thing that, you know, is kind of cool. So I know a lot of people wanted the black mamba, maybe a type of chameleon, maybe, you know, some other animal, but I'm honestly fine. The dung beetle is a pretty cool animal, and it does specify that they are probably going to be rolling around and stuff. So that is really cool. So they're going to be rolling around on dung, which is cool. And then they do mention that there is going to be a new behavior, which is digging. So with the new arrival, we have challenges. So from what I can tell, I'm not positive if the meerkats are the only animal that's going to be using the digging mechanic, but a lot of the other animals in this pack obviously, you know, would or should be able to utilize it, like Fennec Fox or even the African penguins to an extent. But I think that may not be the case. It looks like maybe the meerkat system isn't truly digging per se. It looks like they're more or less these little like porthole things. So my guess is how it's going to work is the Fennec Fox or the meerkat comes around, it plays a digging animation, it spawns in this object. So this is going to be like a dirt mound object essentially. And it's not going to be interactable or anything, but it's going to spawn it in, it's going to jump inside of it, and then essentially underground, what you're not seeing right now is the meerkat's probably T-posing. Up until this point, until it's time to play the proper animation where it pops its head out and then it'll climb out and stuff. And so I feel like that is how the system's going to work. I know a lot of people wanted probably a more dynamic system where like maybe they can like, you know, pop in and out of different portholes and stuff, and that may be the case. We're not positive yet, but that is definitely cool. So the next thing that I want to kind of talk about, analyzing it, we're jumping all over the place. Here's our second animal. So this is the Fennec Fox. So the Fennec Fox is, it looks like a Fennec Fox. I'm going to kind of give Jen some credit here. It looks very similar to this. The modded version of the Fennec Fox does look incredibly similar, which is kind of what we were expecting. Because a lot of us were saying how it's really difficult to basically try to say, hey, make a better white rhino or make a better Fennec Fox than the mods already out there. Now, that being said, this is slightly better. I will say it is slightly better. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Obviously, I'm sure Jen is going to be discontinuing her bat-eared fox, and I'm going to be discontinuing my white rhino once this pack releases. So, obviously, we don't want to like upset Frontier by treading on, you know, any territory like that. But I really like this set. So I'm not super crazy about the Middle Eastern set. The Egyptian set, though, looks pretty neat. I actually do really like this. I'm a little disappointed it doesn't look like we have any pyramids, but I do like how these buildings are angled and stuff. It's a lot of like really angular modular plaster pieces. So even though it's very similar to the existing plaster set, we definitely get a lot more variety with these. So the pack is going to be, you know, it's $9.99 USD, comes out same day as the free update 1.6 on the 22nd. And yeah, I mean, that's it. It looks great. It's not surprising, like I said, you know, you can thank me for accidentally finding it. But it looks good. So I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, it looks really, really nice. So I guess we'll jump back to the trailer and we can kind of analyze it a little bit more. So hopping back to the trailer, let's just kind of analyze some of the new stuff. So immediately, we do have a bunch of new wall pieces and stuff. It looks like it's very similar to the India set upon initial viewing. And I do kind of stand by that it does look eerily similar to the India set. And that could be a negative if you're one of those people. But it does look different enough. I do appreciate it for what it's worth. Like, I do like some of these new props. We have this new, like, kind of stylized Fennec Fox habitat over... Where is it? I just saw it. Right here? Yeah, right here. So this Fennec Fox statue looks really cool. So I do like how stylized some of the stuff is. And I think if you mix and match this Middle Eastern set with the India set, you could actually basically get a ton of use out of it. Here's a new mosaic. My only gripe is they didn't make this look enough like a white rhino. It still kind of looks like a black rhino, which just adds to another one of our, like, oh look, it's another black rhino prop. Just because the mouth shape isn't clear enough that it's a white rhino. It just kind of still looks vaguely black rhino-esque, but the mosaic looks cool. Again, gotta love this, you know, habitat and stuff. I wish we did see more meerkats. We're going to be seeing them, you know, showcased individually later on in the week. And the color for this pack kind of was assumed it's red, which is sort of what we were expecting, of course. And past that, you know, there's not much left to say. So we're going to jump over, and I'm going to cut right now, and we're going to jump over to some of the new screenshots that we've seen. And we're back. So we are now on the Steam page, and here we actually have some new images that you can take a closer look at some of the stuff. So here are the meerkats kind of up close, and again, I think they actually look really good. Obviously the last game that had meerkats was Zoo Tycoon 3, and they weren't the best, so this is definitely a step up. They look really, really nice. I love the fur. It looks about what I expected out of the meerkat quality. It looks really good. We have that same image of the cool Egyptian set. I'm not sure if these are new rocks. They don't look like they are, but they might be. It's a little tough to tell. Here is the white rhino. Okay. So here's the thing with the white rhino. I know this might be a little bit nitpicky, but I think to some extent the Zoo Tycoon model might be a little bit better. It's not bad by any means. It definitely looks good. But I weirdly enough think the mod might be a little bit better. Now this is obviously going to work a lot nicer with the rig, but it seems like they actually kind of overemphasized some of the areas so it worked with the Indian Rhino rig. So areas like the shoulders and the legs and stuff seem to have like that kind of really, really pronounced leg flap and stuff with them, which kind of looks a little bit weird. The texture quality isn't as high res as I'd kind of like for it. It doesn't look bad, I will say that. It's probably one of the best rhinos we've gotten, you know, since, you know, modding is taken off and stuff. I do sort of prefer the northern, or the white rhino that I made for, now obviously I should mention, I did not make it. Technically Frontier made the white rhino mod for Zoo Tycoon 3. And so I do kind of prefer that over this. But it does look really nice still. So next up, we have just kind of an overview of the entire, you know, area. And, you know, you have a little rhino habitat here. I love the designs on the buildings and stuff. The only one I am curious about is the penguins, because the penguins, which they don't show off, are the ones that are just kind of the outlier in this pack, because they don't even remotely fit the kind of desert theme that they're going with. They live on, like, the coasts of Africa, where it's white sand, Kopi rocks, etc. It's just kind of odd that they included the African penguin when they were going so hardcore with the Middle Eastern theme. Which makes me wonder if the African penguin maybe has some sort of extra props or something that are maybe more stylized to, maybe they went a little bit more aquatic pack with it, or maybe they made the props a little bit more stylized in a different way. I'm kind of curious about that. So that looks great. I don't know if we can see the cover art. So here is the little Steam image. The meerkat is our flagship animal. I was kind of surprised about that. I thought the white rhino might be, but definitely looks really cool. And yeah, I don't know. We should be able to get a better view of that big image that everyone has somewhere. I'll look for it. And here we are. So here is the big official poster where you can see all the details, really, you know, HD and stuff. So you have two white rhinos right here. The meerkat's obviously looking great. Some of the new props on the side, that kind of meerkat signage, and then like the Fennec Fox statue. It looks like that might be FlexiColor, which is really nice, so I do appreciate that. Some of these kind of decorations in the backdrop look really cool, though. I actually like some of these like kind of like rhino statues that are like a bit more artsy to them. I swear this game is going to have a ton of props. Here's an interesting thing that I found. So even though there are no camels in this pack, if you look in this area over here, they actually once again made a dromedary camel prop. So we don't have dromedary camels in the game, and yet we have another dromedary camel. So they're like going all out with this like camel that's not in the game, which is odd to me because like the dromedary camel would have made perfect sense for this pack instead of the African penguin if they're going for this Middle Eastern theme. Now I should also mention, southern white rhinos and meerkats do not live in the Middle East. They don't live anywhere close to it. So 3 out of 4 of the animals in this pack do not live in the area that the pack is based off of. So that is a little odd. Now, they call it the Africa pack, obviously, but I don't know. I just feel like it's odd. I wonder if this pack was supposed to be 2 different packs that they just kind of merged together. Because there's weird little remnants of stuff that looks a little weird. Like I said, this dromedary camel, the Egyptian architecture with no Egyptian animals. It's odd a little bit. But I do think the pack looks great. Again, I'm going to be covering all the animal reveals on my channel, all the news about this pack as we get it. So thank you all for watching. Also, is that a new... Ooh, that's going to be nice. It looks like we have a new rock wall. That's going to be real nice. I'm liking that. But thank you all for watching today's video, and I will see you next time.